Welcome back to another episode of Chair Shots and Chit Chats, where we talk everything WWE. To my right, I have CE, and I am Paco. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us out. What are we talking about today, CE?
Man, I think we, at the end of last episode, we were talking about a nickname.
A nickname
a faction name.
For
Seth Rollins.
We did say that.
And Braun Breaker.
You know what? I did not do my homework. So while you tell me yours, I'll think of mine.
So I have... Give me 1 second. I gotta pull it up. I have...
Okay,
maybe I don't have... Oh, yeah, I do. I do have. Here are some of my favorite ones that I own. Never mind, I don't have them.
You lost them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought of one right now. So what we're talking about right now is... What would you name the faction of Seth Rollins? I was going to say Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. I have mine. I would name it the Next Generation. Next, and I would spell Next NXT. The Next Generation.
I would also go the Messiah Protocol.
Okay. Why Messiah? Because he calls himself the Messiah?
I mean, he's the Monday Night Messiah, and then you've got Braun Breaker with his immense power, and, you know.
I like it. I like it.
I don't really
Both
have...
good names. If WWE chooses any of these two names, they have to pay us royalties. TM.
All right, Nikon, get out your checkbook.
We have two great names right here. I think they were... I should have saved it.
I had a whole...
I saw somewhere saying that they were going to name it something specific.
I haven't seen that yet. But what I did see is that we're going to talk about this later.
Okay. So what are we talking about today? I know we picked up where we left off.
SmackDown after WrestleMania's come and gone. We're on to the next week of Raw. I mean, it's not much more you could... We're building up to Backlash.
What's after Raw?
We're building up to Backlash.
Okay.
Next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Live from St. Louis, Missouri.
Soon?
Yeah. I don't know why they did this.
What's that, 3 weeks after WrestleMania?
Yeah. I don't know
That's
why.
super soon.
I mean, and we'll get to that too. But SmackDown, it was It was like mediocre. But SmackDown's never been... SmackDown was made to be where talent that wasn't being used on Raw would get more airtime on Fridays or Thursdays or whenever.
That's where Roman Reigns started.
Roman Reigns, they actually...
Well, that's where Roman Reigns got sent.
Yes.
Yeah. Which
is kind of trash too. But, you know, we're not going to get off topic. Let's see, we had some returns and call-ups from NXT. On SmackDown.
Who was called up first? Let's start with that.
Fraxium from NXT.
Fraxium.
Nathan Frazier and Axiom.
Okay, so Fraxium sounds like a group. It's a
tag
group
team.
of two. Okay. How are they? Do you follow any
really
of these?
Good. I watched Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
I mean, they're a really good tag team. They probably should have been called up a long time ago, but you know we'll get to that.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only main roster debut on SmackDown. But...
Was there any comebacks?
Aleister Black is back.
Officially?
On Friday.
Okay, I didn't watch the episode of SmackDown.
The thing is, a lot of people aren't liking... Because The Miz was like, why are people coming in? I wasn't on WrestleMania, and then you got people that have been here for 2 weeks, and they're on WrestleMania.
I got Miz was even in the picture.
Yeah. And he was like, I've been here for 20 years, and if one more mother trucker pretty much decides he wants to come in, then the went black and Aleister Black came out. And Miz was going to tell him, who the hell do you think you are? And then he just kicks him, and that was it.
Because it was building up a feud with
The
Miz.
The kick was botched.
For real or
like
work?
They botched it. It was a really bad kick.
Oh.
Like, it was supposed to hit him in here and hit him in the shoulder. I saw the video.
Yeah.
So it was a botched return.
Ah, that sucks.
It's probably why he was let go the first time from WWE and then went to AEW. they fired him, and now he's back.
They fired him? I thought he just got let go. Well, I thought he just left.
He wasn't being used, so he quit.
Makes sense.
So, that's probably why we have
Right.
Aleister Black problems. But, one thing I did notice, so 5 years ago, when he was still on WWE, he had an eye injury. Okay. I don't know if his eye is really, like, two different colors. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
No. I know who Aleister Black is.
So he got...
Or Malachi Black, whichever one you know him by.
Aleister Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, they took his eye and, like, jammed it into the steel steps, like the corner of it.
That sounds familiar.
Well, that eye has been blue ever since. For 5 years. We're talking about 5 years of he just...
Like your eye color blue or like...
Yeah.
Really?
He's got one dark color and one...
They knocked the color out of his eye, huh?
I don't know where they're going with it.
So they're focusing in on that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Someone pointed it out. I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it. It's one of the downsides to SmackDown. Fraxium. They faced Los Garza, the Humberto, and what is his name? He was with. What is his name? You don't see him on TV that often. That's why I can't remember their names. No.
He's not even in the WWE anymore.
It was the three. He's Mexican.
Okay.
Santos Escobar.
Oh. Okay.
There's another one with Humberto Carrillo. Anyway, they faced that team. They looked really good beating them. That's all I can say about that match.
That's good. Good. Anytime NXT talent comes up, if they don't win, they should look good doing whatever it is that they're doing. Like Stephanie Vacquer last week.
So Fraxium, or Axiom, he's masked, like Rey Mysterio. They're a high-flying team.
Okay.
Nathan Frazier's not masked, but they...
Cruiserweight style?
Yeah. Luchador.
Gotcha.
You know, the thing, Chad Gable and...
Yeah.
American Addict, you know.
We don't know that.
New champion was crowned, and I don't agree with that either.
What title's on the line?
Women's United States Championship, Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. I like what they were doing with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's a good heel.
Gotcha.
She won the United States Championship.
Zelina Vega is Aleister Black's wife, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. It was a short match. Kind of.
Oh.
It was a mediocre. It was a good. They did what they needed to with the time they were allotted.
Okay. Did they do like good storytelling within the match itself?
I kind of think. Because this Zelina Vega's been in the WWE forever.
Did she leave and come back, or has she always been? Okay.
She's always been here.
Maybe that was part of like the comeback contract.
I really think they were just like, oh, you've been here long enough. You've never won a singles championship. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of killed the... I don't know what they're going to do with Chelsea Green next.
Okay. So, like I've always said, and it's always been said, the belt doesn't make the champion. The person makes the champion.
Well, she was the Chelsea... I think the reason why they did it, too, is Chelsea Green was the first Women's United States Champion.
Yeah.
But they haven't done much to push the mid-card women's titles.
Okay.
And then...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, it all depends on what they end up doing with them, with the titles. If they're able to sell the titles and sell the actual, like, buying into the characters, it elevates the title itself.
People were buying into Chelsea Green. And then they just gave it to Zelina Vega. Which, I get it. Zelina Vega's Zelina Vega. She's been there. She's basically the Rey Mysterio of the females. Biggest underdog. I want to see what they're going to do next with her.
Everything should have a purpose. Whatever it is that you do, it should have a purpose. And they should have a method to the madness.
Right now, I don't see the purpose with Zelina Vega. Tiffany Stratton come out celebrating her big win over Charlotte Flair at Mania. And then Jade Cargill interrupts her. they have no. The match sucked.
Yeah.
They don't have. They've never wrestled each other before.
No chemistry.
The chemistry wasn't there. You can tell timing was off.
It's always tricky whenever two wrestlers who never wrestled each other kind of start that back and forth with each other, because they have to learn. It's like going into a new relationship. You have to know what are your triggers. You have to know what is your what are your likes, your dislikes.
Well, not even that. WWE didn't give her a chance. They didn't give them a chance because Nia Jax or Naomi come out, and then Nia Jax re-entered the picture. So they didn't even have a chance to feel each other out. Big mistake, because I think
Huge.
I think Tiffany Stratton is the woman right now.
Yeah.
They're pushing her to the moon right now.
I mean, she beat Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, no, it was a good match.
And she should be. Charlotte Flair is a name. The Flair name in general is a name in wrestling, but the Charlotte Flair is the name in women's wrestling. You could argue maybe it's Becky Lynch, but for a long time, Charlotte Flair was the pedestal of
for sure
of women's wrestling.
And then she was gone for 3 years.
For whatever reason, right? But that beating the individual that is the benchmark for women's wrestling has to mean something. It's like you're not gonna take the O from the Undertaker and give it to Fandango. Right? Like, it has to mean something.
Exactly. So it looks like Nia Jax put herself back into the title contention. I think Naomi might be there eventually too.
Yeah.
I don't think Naomi's a big enough star to beat Tiffany Stratton. Moving on to the main event.
SmackDown.
Was a TLC match.
Really?
A Triple Threat TLC Tag Team Title Match.
Tag team, okay, between
the Street Profits.
I like the Street Profits.
Motor City Machine Gun, I think. I think that's what they're called.
I don't know them.
They came over from TNA.
Okay.
They're very old.
Gotcha.
And then DIY.
Gotcha.
Which I don't know if you saw, Tommaso Ciampa, like, fucking slipped.
Mm-mm.
And he gashed his chin and he had to shave his beard. So he don't even look like...
Oh, Lord. Okay.
They tried to recreate... I mean, it was a good match for what they...
How long was it? Like 20-minute match?
30 minutes.
Okay.
You remember the Jeff Hardy Edge spear?
Yeah.
They tried to recreate that with a table underneath it.
What?
When he speared him...
They missed the table?
No, they hit the table. It's just the landing looked awkward. So, I mean, there could be an injury there. But there was a lot of high-flying ability.
Action.
Montez Ford even took an amputee's, leg from the crowd.
Okay, I'm like, I hope...
Someone in the crowd gave it to him, and he beat... which I thought was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Chair Shots and Chit Chats. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your brother, your mother, your uncle, your cousin.
The dog.
Anybody that has a YouTube, let them know.
That being said, peace.